Okay, so we worked on solving equations before, but every now and then we're going to have some models that will help us out. So we need to know how to recognize those models and how to use those models to solve the equation. So the idea stays the same. Here I have my two x's. Those are going to be represented by my two rectangles. And so I want to make sure that I can get those by themselves, and I want to know what 1x equals, just like when we're solving an equation. So the first thing is I want these guys to be alone over here. Well, if I look, they're not. They have these 5 little circles with them, which represent my 5 units. So I need to get rid of those 5 units. I'm going to get rid of those by making what we call 0 pairs. So I'm going to make 5 little negative units, since those were positive. And now I have 0 pairs coming into play. That will all cancel out. But since it's an equation, I need to make sure I do the same thing to both sides. So I'm going to come over here to the other side, and I'm going to add in 5 negatives as well. These 5 negatives are going to match up with a positive over here, and those are each going to make 0 pairs as well. So now I want to bring down what I have left over. On the right side, I have these 6 units here, and I still have my 2 x's. So I'm going to go ahead and redraw what I have. I have 1x, 2x, and then 6 units over here. But remember, so now what I know, and this model tells me, is that 2x's equals 6 units, but I'm not concerned about 2x's. I want 1x. So I'm going to say, all right, let me divide these into groups. What if I were to say, let me take my x's and put them this way? So I've moved them down. How many units would go with each x? Well, I put 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I've taken my 6 and I've divided them into 2 groups, and now I can see that 1x equals 3 units. And that's how we're using our models, or our algebra tiles, to help us solve the equation.